Rabaul, a town located on the northeastern coast of Papua New Guinea, is a place of extraordinary extremes. Nestled within the breathtaking natural harbor of Simpson Bay and surrounded by towering volcanoes, it is a landscape of beauty and danger intertwined. The town has been shaped and reshaped by the forces of nature, particularly by volcanic activity that has both buried and rebirthed it over time. For those who call Rabaul home, life is a testament to resilience, adaptation, and an unwavering spirit of perseverance in the face of disaster. The most catastrophic of these disasters occurred in 1994, when twin volcanic eruptions from Tavurvur and Vulcan reduced the town to ashes, displacing thousands of residents and leaving an indelible mark on its history. Rabaul's geography is both its greatest asset and its greatest threat. Located within the Rabaul caldera, a massive volcanic depression formed by past eruptions, the town sits precariously in one of the most seismically active regions in the world. The caldera itself is a remnant of a catastrophic eruption that occurred around 1,400 years ago, and its defining feature is the ring of active and dormant volcanoes that encircle the town. Among them, Tavurvur and Vulcan are the most notorious, with a history of eruptions that have periodically altered Rabaul's landscape and forced its inhabitants into cycles of destruction and reconstruction. The town's strategic location as a deep-water port and its fertile volcanic soil have historically made it an attractive site for settlement, despite the ever-present risk of disaster. Before the devastation of 1994, Rabaul was a thriving town known for its colonial architecture, bustling markets, and picturesque waterfront. Once the provincial capital of East New Britain, it had been an important hub for trade and tourism. However, its vulnerability was always well known. In 1937, an eruption from Tavurvur and Vulcan had already wreaked havoc on the town, killing hundreds and forcing a temporary relocation of administrative functions. Despite this, Rabaul was rebuilt and continued to grow, only for history to repeat itself decades later. The 1994 eruption was even more devastating, as it sent massive plumes of ash into the sky, covering the town in meters of volcanic debris and making much of it uninhabitable. The government, recognizing the ongoing danger, subsequently moved the provincial capital to Kokopo, a town further to the southeast, which remains the administrative center today. The 1994 disaster unfolded with both terrifying speed and eerie predictability. Scientists had been monitoring increased seismic activity in the weeks leading up to the eruption, and warnings had been issued to the residents. However, nothing could fully prepare them for the sheer force of nature. In the early hours of September 19, 1994, Tavurvur and Vulcan erupted almost simultaneously, spewing molten lava, pyroclastic flows, and towering columns of ash into the sky. The once thriving town was quickly engulfed, with the weight of volcanic material collapsing roofs and rendering roads impassable. For many residents, the eruption meant an urgent and chaotic evacuation. Thousands fled to nearby towns, boarding boats or making desperate journeys through ash-choked landscapes to escape the devastation. Despite the scale of the disaster, the preparedness of the town's emergency response meant that casualties were limited, with most of the population managing to escape before the full force of the eruption took its toll. After the eruption, what remained of Rabaul was a ghost town buried beneath a thick layer of ash. Buildings, vehicles, and infrastructure were left in ruins, with only skeletal remains of structures jutting out from the gray wasteland. The cleanup effort was monumental, requiring both local and international assistance. Many residents had lost everything, their homes and businesses buried beneath meters of volcanic debris. Yet, even in the face of such destruction, the spirit of Rabaul's people remained unbroken. Some chose to stay and rebuild, determined to restore what was lost, while others relocated to nearby Kokopo, where the government encouraged resettlement in a safer location. The decision to rebuild in such a volatile environment was not taken lightly. Volcanologists and government officials debated the wisdom of allowing people to return, knowing that another eruption could occur at any time. Yet, for many Rabaul residents, their connection to the land was unshakable. The town was not just a place to live. It was a cultural and historical home, a place intertwined with their identities. Those who returned had to adapt to a new reality, one where the ever-present threat of another eruption loomed over their daily lives. Protective measures were put in place, including improved monitoring of volcanic activity, reinforced infrastructure, and emergency evacuation plans to ensure that the next disaster would not catch them unprepared. Today, Rabaul is a town transformed yet again. Though it never regained its former status as the provincial capital, it has remained an important center for trade and tourism. Its harbor, one of the finest natural harbors in the Pacific, continues to serve as a vital link for commerce, particularly in the export of cocoa and copra. Tourists, drawn by its dramatic history and stunning landscapes, visit to witness the haunting beauty of the volcanic ruins, explore the remnants of World War II relics scattered throughout the region, and marvel at the still-active Tavurvur volcano, which continues to emit occasional plumes of smoke and ash. The resilience of Rabaul's people is perhaps its most defining feature. They have not only endured repeated destruction, but have also found ways to thrive in the aftermath. Many who fled in 1994 have since returned, building homes and businesses in areas less directly exposed to the threat of eruption. The local economy has adapted, with a greater focus on tourism and small-scale industries that can withstand disruptions. Education and awareness about volcanic hazards have become integral parts of life, with residents trained in evacuation procedures and emergency preparedness. Living in constant volcanic danger is not just about survival. It is about embracing a way of life that acknowledges the power of nature while refusing to be defeated by it. The people of Rabaul understand that their town exists at the mercy of the Earth's forces, yet they continue to build, to dream, and to persevere. Their story is one of courage and tenacity, a testament to the human spirit's ability to rebuild in the face of adversity. In a world increasingly shaped by natural disasters, Rabaul stands as both a cautionary tale and an inspiration, a reminder that even in the shadow of destruction, life finds a way to endure and flourish.